This is Watcher 2 to Cypher 9. Verify that you're receiving and prepare for takeoff. We've located the Eagle.
Watcher 2, you're fantastic.
I certainly am. And you're going to love this. We knew the Eagle had abandoned his old base, but until you neutralized that last cell, we didn't know the details. Now we do. The Eagle is on Hutter. Get there as soon as you can.
He must be getting pretty desperate.
I've no doubt he is. I have to go now, Cypher, but I'll brief you on site. Watcher 2 out. Signal received. Transmission secure. All right, Cypher. Looks like this is the real thing. Ready to invade the Eagle's nest?
You'd better believe it.
The Eagle and his men are holed up in an old refinery beneath the river. Sending coordinates now. You'll lead the forward assault, but military reinforcements will surround the base and follow you in. Primary objective is to capture or eliminate the Eagle himself.
I don't need soldiers slowing me down.
Agreed. They'll wait on your insertion before proceeding. Your secondary objective is the Eradicators. The terrorists have begun launching their biomechanical weapons over Imperial worlds. Once the devices are ready, the terrorists can fire on cities and military bases from orbit.
It never should have come to this.
We were too busy defending against Republic superweapons to look for threats from within. When you're in that base, don't let anyone escape. Don't let the Eagle murder again. Watcher 2 out.
Sir, we're cut off. Thurston and Gerald tried to get out, but the Imperials are all over the swamps.
They would be. Damnation. I promised Gerald she'd die with the detonator in one hand and a glass of brandy in the other. Seems she's made a liar of me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't be. You were everything I could have hoped for. Now carve us a path out. I'll follow soon. All right, I see you. The least I could do was send the boy off with hope. But have you seen the strength of the revolution? Cells on Nar Shaddaa, Tholet and Molvar, Alderaan, Balmorra. It's an inspiration, no matter how it ends.
Are you the Eagle?
The Eagle is a symbol. I'm just a man. Tell me something. How much of my story has the Empire uncovered? What have your methods found?
We found out all about your little orbital weapons. Your Eradicators.
Look behind me. That is an Eradicator. Technology developed on Dromund Kaas and Balmorra. They can be grown anywhere. 6 dozen are already in place. They'll wait to receive orders, at first. But eventually, without commands, they'll run rampant. Fire blindly at cities from orbit.
Why would they do that?
Consider it a safeguard. Uncontrolled, the Eradicators won't hit our targets, but chaos and death still send a message. Now we're done. May whoever survives see a glorious future for the Empire. Surrounded, even seeing you, I didn't think it would happen like this. But as I said, it makes no difference. The Eradicators will run rampant, the Empire will burn, and you have been betrayed.
Who's betrayed me?
My patron. The one who showed me how to unite the cells, proposed the Eradicators, is one of your own people. A traitor in your empire has been helping us all along. Your civilization is so corrupt that it's destroying itself.
Shut up and die.
All clear. The building is secure.
Cypher 9. Good to see you again, sir. I don't know if you remember. I'm Watcher 3. We met on Dromund Kaas. Keeper sent me with your reinforcements.
Glad you could make it.
My orders are to check the Eagle's computers. See if I can retrieve any data. I'll also check out that device there. I think it's an Eradicator.
Is that going to be dangerous?
Shouldn't be. The Eradicators are designed for orbital attacks. Guess we'll find out. Cypher, I've got some preliminary findings. It's not good news. I overheard what the Eagle said. Looks like he was telling the truth. If no one gives the Eradicators new orders, they'll go mad. Fire randomly.
How much damage can they do?
A few dozen are out there. Tens of thousands of people could die. Here's the good part. I figured out their control mechanism. Transmit the proper codes, and you can set the device's targets, disable them, anything. The Eagle stored half the control codes on his computers. Someone else must have the second half.
The Eagle mentioned a patron.
Yes, sir. The one inside the Empire. Not sure what that means. You should head to Drummond Cars. I don't think there's anything more you can do here, and Keeper wants you back at headquarters.
Cypher 9, come inside. This should be a triumphant moment. It's a tremendous achievement bringing down the Eagle. The crisis has only escalated. The Eradicators could begin firing at any moment.
What's our current status?
Watcher 2, your report.
The Moths have placed local forces on alert, and a search for the Eradicators is underway. Unfortunately, trends suggest we can only find one device every 5 hours. It'll be weeks before we destroy them all.
Disappointing, but not a surprise. Damage projections?
Estimates are 10 to 50 million deaths on each planet targeted. 40% military, 60% civilian.
Even at the low end, that's unacceptable.
Agreed. It sends the message that the Empire is vulnerable.
In order to deactivate the Eradicators en masse, we need the control codes. Half the codes were on the Eagle's computers. We can only surmise that the other half are with the Eagle's patron.
Yes, the patron. The man whom the Eagle claims is inside the Empire.
You sound skeptical.
I have my doubt that this patron is really a highly placed Imperial. It seems unlikely such a person could escape our scrutiny. Nonetheless, we can't ignore the possibility of a traitor. That's why we're meeting privately. Only the people in this room know the full situation.
How do you know everyone here is trustworthy?
I hope you're joking. Otherwise, I expect you to back up any allegations. Finish the report, Watcher 2.
The Eagle had been sending periodic transmissions to someone in the Artus system. Artus is uninhabited, devoid of resources and off the major hyperlanes. Our patron could certainly hide there.
I want you to lead a mission to Artus. You're to find the Eagle's patron and obtain his half of the control codes. Watcher 2 will rendezvous with you there. She knows more about the Eradicators than anyone.
Are you all right with this?
I'll do what's necessary.
Your ships will be outfitted with cloaking devices. They'll only last one jump, but they'll get you into Artus unnoticed. After that, infiltrate whatever base the patron is using. Recover the Eradicator control codes and stop the threat. Watcher 2, you're dismissed.
If you want to talk before the mission, I'll be at my station.
There is one more thing. Darth Zorid heard you were returning to Drummond Cars. She wants to speak to you.
Any idea what she wants?
No, she tells me very little. When you're through, head to the Artus system. This is our only chance, Cypher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
Cypher, I'm glad you stopped by. I've been going over the mission parameters, studying the Eradicator control codes, scans of the Artus system. We're facing a mystery, and I hate mysteries.
You may hate mysteries, but you're pretty good at solving them.
I am. I don't mind having that recognized, call it vanity, but I like knowing my creation served a purpose. What about you? What's been going through your head since this countdown to Eradication Day started?
It's hard not to wonder where it all ends sometimes.
It doesn't. Not until your death. The crisis may change, but the job doesn't.
Maybe I'm in the wrong business.
Maybe. But without you, the Eagle might still be out there. You've been a good partner, you know. A struggle sometimes, but you know what you're doing. I admire that.
What do you mean, a struggle?
Don't deny it. Still, you don't see me filing complaints. In any case, you should get ready. The Eradicators won't wait for either of us.
Let's get this done.
We don't have much of a choice, do we? Once you take off for the Arta system, I'll be on your tail. We'll meet out there.
Physical trauma includes electrical burns, lacerations, and retinal damage. Transfer to a Kolto tank for long-term recovery is strongly recommended.
You suggest a Dark Council member hide in a vat? For healing?
I am programmed to dispense medical advice based on all relevant factors.
Get out! Have yourself disassembled, made into a probe and sent to the most desolate place in the Empire! Look, Agent, they hurt me, and then they laughed. How could they?
Your injuries, my lord. Is there anything I can do?
No, there isn't. After Fioriano broke, I called the Council to assembly. I demanded the Lords give me the respect I was due. Some were angry, mocked me. They tormented me and warned me not to overstep my bounds again.
That sounds terrible, my lord.
Oh, Age, you don't understand. It's all Jadis' fault. He was my master, but he never taught me what I needed to know. Now he's dead and I'm not ready for his council seat.
You're his daughter. He must have taught you something.
Do you know what kind of creature Darth Jadis was? When I was young, he taught me how to sing. He said song was a blade to cut emotion from others. He had musicians tutor me for a year.
What happened after a year?
When I was ready, my father arranged a performance for me in Kaz City. I sang for hours. I made the audience weep. I sang until my throat was raw and damaged. I sang until I could never sing again. Thus purged of the capacity for song, I saw my father smile. That's how he began my apprenticeship.
I don't know what to say.
It taught me a great deal. And it taught me to hate Darth Jadis. I know what's happening in Imperial intelligence. I know you're going on a mission, and that the Eagle wasn't the man you thought. Swear that you'll find whoever really killed my father. Swear that the man responsible will pay for forcing me into this wretched life.
Jadis's killers never hurt you.
If Darth Jadis hadn't been murdered, I would never have taken his place on the Council. I would never have been humiliated. His killers are to blame. Swear you'll make them hurt.
You're pathetic, Jorid.
Get out! Get out of my sight, now! Crawl out of here, before I decide you're worth burning!
Nice place. The Eagle's partner travels in style.
Cypher, there's no one to welcome us. Seems our cloaking devices worked.
Don't get overconfident. This could be a trap.
I'm aware of that possibility. This starship is a modified Imperial Dreadnought. Maximum crew complement of 5,000. It's also jamming long-range communications, so I can't check its registration or call for reinforcements.
Can we neutralize the jamming field?
Maybe. I'll see if I can locate the signal generator. Nonetheless, top priority is finding the Eradicator command codes before the weapons initiate a random firing pattern. This data spike contains our half of the codes. Once you obtain the other half, you should be able to control the Eradicators from any computer.
Let's hope the codes are really here.
We know this place is important. An Imperial Dreadnought isn't hiding in deep space for nothing. I do have one other thing for you. A comlink implant. So long as you're wearing it, I can monitor your situation and speak to you privately.
Is this one-way communication, or can I reply?
Subvocally. Whisper to me and no one else will hear. While you search the interior, I'll try to slice the security systems. We're counting on you. Put an end to this.
It's a grand social experiment. There's probably 100 of us from across the Empire. all saved from the fire. Who knows how or why. For the most part, we're left to ourselves, squabbling and fighting, left to fear our own shadows. But we know the Master's out there, and I'm convinced there's a plan at work. Somebody wants to change us. Someone wants to control us. It's been... I don't know how long it's been. I lose count of the days during the blackouts. The ones furthest along. They say our terror transforms us into the Master's image. Well, I'll tell the Master what's really happening. We're learning to fight back. Do you hear me, Master? We'll kill you for this. We'll kill you.
I was so happy when I got the invitation. Everything was going to change for me. Leave home for a year. Why has the Master picked me to survive when hundreds died? And now the rest of us, one by one. My mother was a slave, but I wasn't, because my father was an officer. I don't want to end up like her. Oh, please. Please, someone rescue us.
You feel that prickling? Like maggots.
So, you've arrived at last.
Cypher, I know that voice.
I expected too little of you. You served me well on Hutter and on Dromund Kaas. I should have known you would serve me again.
It is an honor, my lord.
An honor that you have earned.
Okay, you're going down right now.
Your follower believes she has been betrayed. She is contemptible and beneath me.
Creepy scumbag. You are so dead.
Accept the gift of your life, Agent, and we will discuss Terra, the Empire, and the Sith.
You talk. I'll listen.
Be careful, Cypher. Please be careful. I'm trying to analyze the situation, but it'll take time, and if he has the command codes...
It was my desire that the Eagle unite the Terra cells. It was my desire that my flagship be destroyed. I required a weapon that the Dark Council would overlook. The terrorists became my unknowing servants and carried out my plan.
You sanctioned the murder of Imperials. You faked your own assassination.
Only to achieve something greater. With my false death, I escaped the eyes of the Dark Council and of Imperial intelligence. After the Dominator, I came here, bringing with me those passengers worthy of elevation. I maneuvered my pieces into place.
I was there for the terrorist attack. Intelligence was sure you were dead.
The Schwarz gas incinerated only part of the ship. My power held together the remains.
Keep him talking. Damn it. We can't fight him on our own. His power is second to the Emperor's.
I accomplished two things during my absence. First was the diminution of the Dark Council. Upon my death, my former enemies began warring amongst themselves, vying to claim my resources. Darth Jorid's arrival escalated the chaos. My daughter is doomed, but she is an adequate distraction.
I can't call for reinforcements so long as that jamming field is active. But he'll annihilate anything less than an army.
No one's invincible. A bolt to the brain.
You've never fought a true Sith Lord or a Jedi Master. They're not like us, they're not human. You can't win this with a blaster.
Throwing the Sith into disorder was only the start. The rest of the Empire had to be prepared as well. That was the Eagle's purpose, to sow fright and hatred. All this while, my Eradicators were growing. Now they are ready, and my victory is close at hand.
I heard this part from the Eagle. Your orbital strike weapons.
The Eradicators will destroy the strongholds and apprentices of my enemies on the Council. So too will the Eradicators terrorize the Empire. Then I will return to the Council and lead the Empire into a new age, an epoch of terror.
It's an ambitious plan.
I see where this is going. He needs the Eradicators to make this work, but you have half the command codes.
Under my rule, all people will revel in fear and degradation. These prizes will no longer be hoarded by Sith. But without both halves of the Eradicator codes, my weapons cannot be targeted. They will merely cause chaos.
I have half the codes. I assume you have the other?
Yes, embedded within this ship. Without orders, the Eradicators will fire blindly. This serves neither of us. Enter your codes into the ship so the Eradicators can target my enemies. You will be rewarded. You will be my herald.
Last time you promised me something, you faked your own death.
I misunderstood your role. Consider what I can offer now. Authority, wealth, a place in my vision. The respect intelligence has denied you.
What does that mean?
Blood purity is a notion whose time has passed. Consider an empire where there is no limit to what an alien might become.
Your reasoning is persuasive, my lord.
There is no other way. If you refuse, you will die at my hand. The Eradicators will still reap untold destruction. Your sacrifice would mean nothing. I can be merciful. Take the time to consider your choice. Then we can begin the true work.
We'll see about that.
All right, stay focused and don't look at Jadis. How are you holding up? Can we put together a plan?
I know what I'm going to do. It wasn't a hard choice.
Before you make any decisions, please, hear me out. We need to re-examine our priorities. We came here to stop the Eradicators, but we weren't prepared for reality. Our plan now has to focus on neutralizing Darth Jadis. Everything else is peripheral.
I'm aware that Jadis is a threat. That is not useful information.
Fine. Then I'll be frank. People are going to die. You can deactivate the Eradicators right now. Just combine the codes in the bridge computers. But to keep Jadis from reactivating them, you'd have to blow up the ship's reactor. It's a suicide run, and chances are Jadis will escape.
You have another suggestion?
We trick Jadis. We give him the codes and let him launch his attack. Once the Eradicators start their bombardment, you slip off the bridge and take the ship apart. You sabotage the jamming field, hyperdrive, and shields. Then I can call in reinforcements. The military, the Dark Council, forcing Jadis to surrender. The Eradicators are deactivated as soon as feasible.
Is it really better than blowing up the ship?
It's cleaner, more precise, more thorough. Let's be clear. If we give Jadis the command codes, then yes, he'll murder thousands before we stop him. But the human cost is acceptable. The only alternative is to let Jadis escape and do worse down the line.
You're assuming I want to stop his plan. But maybe I agree.
You're not serious. Whatever he has planned for the Empire, it can't be beneficial.
Learn to take a joke, Watcher 2.
You're a piece of work. If you disable the Eradicators here and now, I'll help you. We'll destroy this ship, save a lot of people, in the short term. But my advice is this. Use the codes to let Jadis launch his attack. Sacrifice lives and seize this chance. We can end his threat forever.
A wise decision, Agent. Our new age begins. Across the Empire, the Eradicators will burn cities and destroy the prizes of my enemies.
All right, Cypher. Jadis is distracted. Make your excuses so you can get off the bridge and sabotage the ship.
Watcher 2 is in the hangar. She should be dealt with.
I see. I applaud you for your loyalty to me.
You'll regret this, Agent, I swear.
What was that? Fine, sell her out. But to Jadis?
My guardians will take her alive if possible. She may prove useful. But affairs are moving quickly, and we must ensure no other surprises await us.
How do you mean, my lord?
The Eradicator's purge will ready the Empire for my coming. But there is one death you must see to personally. Go to Dromund Kaas and kill Darth Zorid. Her seat on the Council belongs to me.
You want me to assassinate your own daughter?
Her usefulness is at an end. When Zorid's blood cools, contact me from her chambers. Then I will return home.
You! What have you done? Whole cities are being torched by the Eagle's weapons. The Dark Council is in a rage. You were supposed to stop the attack.
Listen to me, Zorid. Your father is alive.
My father? Dad?
You're lying. Darth Jadus is dead. He died because of the Eagle, and the Dark Council, and everyone.
Leave here, or he'll destroy you.
No. You're lying. You're working for the rest of the Dark Council. After all the times I spared you. But there'll be no mercy now.
Speak. Is Darth Zorid dead?
She is, my lord.
Good. With Zorid gone, I may return. The Eradicators will continue their bombardment, and the Dark Council will kneel. In the years to come, the Empire will be remade in my image, and Imperial intelligence will bring our enemies under control.
As you say, Lord Jadus.
You have proven your loyalty and your strength, and I name you my Hand, my personal agent in this new age. As the Hand of Jadus, you will continue to serve intelligence, but you serve me before all others, as will all creatures in time.
You've got ambition, Lord Jadus. I'll give you that.
Await my coming and spread word of the changing order. Spread word of a new beginning for the Empire.